Hey, Lucky Captain Jack here, bringing you my introductory video to the Bismarck. Yeah, we all worked our asses off and got all the way through the German battleship line. Everybody's been clamoring for months. When are we going to see the Bismarck? When are we going to see the Bismarck? Well, here you go. Here's the Bismarck. Alright, so let's talk some stuff. 64,000 and a half hit points. It has 8 380mm guns, 4 turrets, and no torpedoes. Sorry guys, after the Gneisenau with its torpedoes, the Bismarck has none. Maneuverability, it does 27 knots, not the fastest ship in the Navy. It is also detectable from 15.4 kilometers away at sea. A little less than that from the air, which I always thought was kind of weird, but okay, whatever. I don't change things. So, let's go. Let's get underway. Starting here in the middle, I don't know why, but probably 80% of my battles I spawn in the middle. You know, you figure there's 3 spawn points. You should spawn in each one a third of the time, but that just doesn't seem to be the way it is. I start by heading backwards, only because I was really concerned that I would already be detected. Seems to be the way it goes when you run a tier 7 battleship, but I was not detected in the least. Nobody sees me, I don't see anybody else. I got my teammates heading out in front of me. Got one buddy, both buddies in the battleship. One running a Tirpitz, and I believe the other was also running a Tirpitz. And we'll see him a little later on. He started off on the far right spawn, and then 2 of us spawned in the middle. I'm of the belief that you should spawn a division together, but that's not the way it goes. So anyway, first thing we see out is this Iowa. And since this is only the second battle I've run in this Bismarck, it is completely stock as far as range goes. And so I don't have the oomph to get rounds out of that Iowa, but I could probably get some off at the Megami. So we take a couple shots here, pop some shots off the Megami, see what's going on, take a look. Some other stuff, 16 out. There's an Iowa and another Megami. Alright, we hit the first guy, 4 overpins, 8,900 damage. Okay, not a bad start. Considering those are over penetrations, I will take almost 9k in 4 shots, because most of the time, when you're doing 10% of what you're capable of doing, you know, you're chipping away at them 1,000 at a time, and it sucks. But anyhow, alright, so next salvo off at the other Megami, and let's see what happens. He's running backwards. Thought he would get away, and there you go. 2 overpins, only about 3,000 damage. So see, that's more about what I'm talking about. They say 10%. It never feels like 10%. It just feels like they'll give you whatever they feel like giving you. So anyway, 9-second flight time to the Iowa. We badly underestimate those. It happens. I had somebody call me out a couple weeks ago for one of my videos and said, "Oh, you played that so badly." I'm like, alright, cool, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing your videos. The guy didn't have any videos. Didn't even have a YouTube channel. Like, you know, cool. If you want to come around and, you know, poo-poo on what I'm doing, more power to you. I can always use constructive criticism, but I was also always told it's not constructive criticism if you don't offer a better way to do something. You know, if you're not a part of the solution, you're just part of the problem. But anyway, I digress. So anyway, fired some shots off at the Iowa. Didn't really do much. Backing up. Damn near everything that I'm trying to shoot at is out of range. So we turn to look at this Gneisenau. He's firing at us, and he's burning. Heading forward, not heading away, so at least that's a plus. Take some pot shots at him, and let him fly. Wait and see what we get. Meanwhile, we try to find something else, and by now the rounds have landed, and we didn't hit that guy at all. So alright, let's fire our next batch here at the Tirpitz, and he's got a ship running parallel with him. So you got at least 2 guys to shoot at. You know, this game has a nasty little way of, when you got 2 ships running parallel to each other, not really aiming at either one of them and just dropping the rounds between them. That's a whole lot of fun because everybody loves missing shit. I know I sure do. Man, I love opening shots at this. Anyway, I should probably do a tutorial. There's plenty of tutorials for the PC version, but nobody's really doing them, you know, in-depth understandings of what's going on. of the mechanics of this game. And there's a lot of crazy stuff to this game. So really, I kind of owe you guys a tutorial about how things work, how ballistics work, how armor works, how torpedoes work, maybe a tutorial about prioritization, figuring out which guy to shoot at, because dear God, these people cannot figure that out. If you're looking at a guy and he's down to 10% health, and then a new guy pops up on your screen, and you go look at him and he's got 50% health, keep shooting the 10% guy. If your shots are good, take it out, because even a wounded ship is capable of hitting you with all of its guns. I mean, obviously with rare exceptions of guns being destroyed and whatnot, but people just don't seem to pay attention to that kind of thing, and they're like, alright, well, let me kill this cruiser when the battleship needed one more shot, or let me turn and look real quick at this destroyer that's coming at me that's at full health, when one single shot would have probably killed the cruiser that you've been working on, or the battleship that you've been working on. But oh no, I gotta shoot this destroyer, or oh, I gotta kill this battleship. And they stop looking at the things that they were already shooting at and turn their attention to something else. And it really annoys the hell out of me when they start to look at something that's 100 degrees the other way, 180 degrees, opposite side. You're looking down the port side, you're shooting at something comes up on your right, like, oh, let me turn the guns to starboard, let me nail this guy. And you spend so much time waiting for your guns to traverse around, or try to get torpedoes off in the right direction, or something, that you lose track of the guy that you were shooting at, and all of his guns are back. And it happens all the damn time. So yeah, maybe I owe you guys a video on prioritization of targets. How to pick the right guy first. And it seems like it ought to be common sense. Take out the thing that's the most immediate threat, or take out the thing that can do the most amount of damage to you or your team. Because remember, it's not just about you. But anyhow, it's tough to say. Yeah, so maybe we'll throw some videos out there about that. I know people don't understand how penetration works and over-penetration, and that's, now we've gone full circle. That's exactly why I'll probably end up doing these videos, because I over-pin like nobody's business. Like, if I fire a shot, I kept track one day. I took a ship out, and I paid attention to the little icons and saw what I got on every salvo that I fired, and it was something ridiculous, like 35% of my shots were penetrations, something like 55 or 60% of my shots were over penetrations. Then you had the occasional ricochet, the occasional round that broke up on impact, and those are super damn frustrating too. But anyway, so I think I do owe you a mechanics video, how this all works, and I watched the PC version and learned a hell of a lot about the way wargaming and the way the developers wrote the code to the game, how the algorithms work, what kind of damage you're supposed to be doing, and what it is that you're not doing to get the damage that you deserve. And it's convoluted. It's not something that's completely intuitive. You're not just gonna understand it without watching some videos. And the PC version's great. You know, same concepts apply. Don't get me wrong. You don't have to wait around. You know, sit around and wait for my video to come out. Go look that stuff up. Watch all the how-to videos and how it works videos that Wargaming themselves have been putting out. So I just know I play with enough folks. I'm getting close to 4,000 battles or something, and I have seen that there is a gross misunderstanding of how the game works. And I watch people, and it's pathetic, it's abysmal to sit there and watch them do as poorly as they do sometimes. But anyway, as you can see, we are continuing to try to win this damn game, and everything that I have been firing at is now dead. We're down to an Iowa and an Gneisenau right there, and a third battleship that is way the hell on the east side of the map, or at least was the last time he was detected. So we will continue to do our thing. fire at the first thing that comes in range. Still looks like it's at least a kilometer and a half out of our range, but okay. We're 65,000 damage. Gneisenau is about 40% health. Same thing with the other fella. And because the Gneisenau is coming at us, he will actually enter our firing range first. The other guy's kind of running parallel to the outside of the circle. He is heading inward, just not as rapidly as Gneisenau is. But anyway, so we get our shots off, hit him with a penetration, and ricochet one. Just enough to irritate you. You know, oh look, he knows I am shooting at him now. But anyway. Teammates on the other hand, get a destroyer down his way and a cruiser that haven't really accomplished much of anything. And my teammate here on my right, kind of working together. We were talking these things over because you know that's the advantage of running chat. Gneisenau makes a mistake, decides to start running broadside, but it's okay. I make a mistake too. I'm only human. I make millions of mistakes. I'm sure you do too. And maybe a smarter guy than me would not post videos in which he makes a bunch of mistakes. But I wanted you to see a realistic battle. I can sit here and cherry pick my videos all day and only show you battles in which I get to crack some sort of crap. But that's just not realistic. So between my teammate and I, we finally whittle the Gneisenau down. I get the round, I get the kill. I'm pretty sure he probably yelled at me, but he's stolen enough of my kills over the time that we've been playing together, so it all kind of balances out. You can't be really too pissed about it. Anyway, so the last guy, the Vanguard, is now still out of our range, still running parallel to the circle, and getting to the place where he's probably just 1 or 2 shots away from eating it, but there's nobody in a place to shoot at him. This is right around the time that we probably jumped into game chat, team chat instead of division, and started hollering at people, because I do that sometimes. It's really frustrating when all it would take is that lone battleship over there to go do something. I know, it's a wild thought that your teammate would be able to help out, but we get a last salvo off, good looking shots. Guy only had a sliver of health, and we get it before anybody else's rounds get there. So anyway, Bismarck, you didn't get to see the baby guns. I wish you had. Nobody got close enough that my secondaries would actually do anything. But there's an okay round, about 70,000 damage, 3 kills. We finished about where you would figure you do on a mediocre round, right in the middle. All right, hey, lucky Captain Jack. I'm glad you came along. Thanks for coming aboard. Until I see y'all again, I wish you fair winds and following seas. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. Send me a comment. I'm always looking to figure out what kind of stuff y'all want to see. So anyway, until next time, Lucky Captain Jack, out.